So we've got a flat rolled up towel or blanket, supporting the spine and just giving a gentle uplift. So if it's comfortable in cactus arms, so that you can really rest the backs of the arms on the floor, you can be there, or you can have your arms down by your sides. And as you take your next breath, breathe in through the belly and feel the ribs broaden and rise, and the collarbones broaden and lift. And as you exhale, see if you can feel a sense that that space stays. Bring the feet onto the floor if you haven't already, with the knees pointing to the ceiling, just so that the pelvis tilts back a little. And we can take the focus into the front of the body, the sides of the body, finding some space with the breath as it broadens and rises. And that space stays there as the spine releases into your blanket with the exhale. And just take 2 more breaths. And keeping the upper body the same, just walk your feet apart so that the feet are towards the edges of your sticky mat. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, just allow the knees to float to the left, just to your own degree. So you're rolling to the outside of the left foot, the inside of the right foot. See if you can keep that right shoulder still rooted down into the earth, and take another breath here into the right side. Noticing that subtle revolve. Inhaling to bring those knees up, and with your exhale, let the knees float to the right, and into the inside of the left foot, the outside of the right foot, and as much as you can, just allowing that left shoulder to stay grounded and connected. And just breathe into where you feel that subtle twist. It might be so subtle it's hard to feel, but take a deeper breath into the ribs. And back up to center with your inhale. And then just roll to the side so that you can pull the blanket out and come back onto the mat. So just sliding the blanket out to the side and hug the knees in. And try a little rock here from side to side, so that you feel the back of the pelvis and maybe even the lower part of the spine start to open up and release into the floor. Bring your left foot to the floor, take your hands behind your right thigh, and just gently hug that knee in towards the right shoulder. Great, take an inhale here, and as you exhale, start to press the thigh bone, the femur bone into the hands, and straighten that right leg to your own degree. So you're going to trust your own body here. So if the knee doesn't want to straighten yet, that's fine. As you inhale, hug the knee towards the shoulder. As you exhale, you're starting to find the opening through the hamstring. So your right toes are pointing down towards your nose. Inhaling to hug in, and exhaling, really press the thigh bone into the hands. So there's a bit of dynamism in that leg. The muscles start to firm. Inhale to hug in. Exhale to find the stretch. So you're inhaling and hugging in, stretching through the glute, the lower back. You're exhaling to press the thigh bone into the hands and really tone the toes back. So as the toes point to the nose, you feel the stretch coming into the back of the calf. Nice. Let's do it a couple more times. Inhaling to hug the knee in, and exhaling to straighten the leg to your own degree. Nice. So the inhale hugs you in. Great. And exhale, start to straighten the leg. Push the thigh bone into the hands. If that feels possible. Okay. Let's do one more like that. Nice. So inhale to hug in. Really hug in. So the other way. So yeah, really, okay. And then push. Okay, so yeah, so you're really finding that hamstring saying good morning to it. Lovely. Let's do one more. Why not? Nice. So then, with your next exhale, you're straightening that leg. You're really feeling that opening through the back of the leg. Start to straighten your left leg along the mat as well. So tone the belly a little bit here, from the pubic bone to the navel, drawing the belly in. And then sweep the arms overhead. So you've got your right foot pointing to the ceiling. See if you can make that leg a bit longer. And as you press the right heel towards the ceiling, can you feel the thigh muscles firm? And then find that same strength in the left leg. And let's just lift the left leg off the floor for fun. Start to draw the belly in and then begin to lift the head, the chest, reach the hands forward. So right leg to the ceiling, left leg parallel to the mat. Squeeze the tummy, have a look at your right knee. Nice, and then hug the knees in. Great, just release some of that tension. Let's bring the right foot to the floor. Take the hands behind the left knee and hug that left knee in towards the shoulder. As long as that's comfortable for you to do that. So sometimes you get a bit of compression in the hip flexor. So just be kind to your body, listen to what it tells you. So we're hugging in with the inhale, the exhale is going to start to press the thigh bone into the hands as you straighten the leg. And press the heel towards the ceiling. Inhale to hug in. Exhale to straighten through that left leg. Really push the heel towards the ceiling. It doesn't matter if you don't completely straighten the leg, just trust what it feels like to you. But you're making the legs firm, so can you squeeze the thigh muscle, push through the heel. Yeah, toes down, there we go. So you feel that firm a little bit more. Can you hamstring take it? Yeah, good. So then you're going to ease it off with the inhale as you hug it in. And feel like you're squeezing the bones with your muscles. So let's do 2 more. Enjoy that sense of stretch and opening. And then next time you exhale, that leg is straight. You're seeing if you can draw the toes towards your nose. Keep the leg really firm. Feel as if you're lengthening it as you straighten the right leg along the mat. And feel a little tension come into your belly. So we want to support the spine with the tummy muscles here. Take the arms overhead and see if you can feel that your legs are getting longer, that you're squeezing the muscles to the bone, and you might find that tension lifts your right leg off the floor. So the right leg is parallel to the floor, the left foot pressing towards the ceiling. Great, keep breathing. Nice, strong Ujjayi breath. And then inhale as you lift your head and have a look at your beautiful left knee. Stretch the arms forwards, the fingertips forwards, squeeze the belly. And then take 2 more breaths. If it's too strong on the neck, you can just take the head back down again. Squeeze the tummy, lift the head, lift the chest. That's a bit harder. Lovely. Hug the knees in. Nice. Slide the left leg along the mat again. Take your left hand to your right knee and just bring it into a twist. Take the gaze to the right. So it goes where it goes. You might have the knee close to the floor, you might not. Nice. Can you take the right shoulder blade and really press it into the floor? Have 1 more breath. Good. Scoop the knees in through the center. We'll take that twist to the other side. So lengthen the right leg along the mat. Right hand to left knee. Release the left arm to the floor. And roll to the right side as you take it into a twist. Gaze left. And just take a couple of breaths here. And you can just experiment with where you want that left knee. So the more you draw it up towards the right shoulder, the more the twist will come into the glute. If it comes straight towards the floor, it will be a bit more through the spine. Have another breath. Okay. And then scoop the knees back in. And then roll to the side and let's come on up onto the knees. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders, spread the hands wide, fingers wide. And see if you can ground all 4 corners of your palms. So the index finger knuckle and the thumb knuckle. So that you're like a gecko pressing the hands into the floor. Lovely. And you could even press the fingertips into the floor as well. And feel that strengthen through the arms. Just take 1 or 2 rounds of cat-cow. So inhale and lengthen the spine. As you exhale, push into the floor and draw the tummy up under the ribs. Okay, just do that one more time. Inhaling to lengthen. Great. Exhaling, pull the belly up, rounding the spine. Great. And then come back into a neutral tabletop if you like. So both arms really nice and strong. Turn the elbow creases to face each other. So sometimes when we're really open through the shoulders, this will feel like a nice thing to do, turning the elbow creases forwards. But it puts more strain on the inner wrist, and you can't engage your arm muscles there. So if you've got them facing each other, and you feel almost as if you were going to drag the hands towards each other, your elbows naturally bend and you can engage your biceps. Can you feel that? So there's a little bit more muscular energy there. So you want to keep nice and strong, because what we're going to do is inhale, root into the left arm and start to twist and open the right fingertips towards the ceiling. We're going to try to keep the hips pretty still here. As you exhale, bend the left elbow, thread the right arm through and take it into a twist. Exhaling fully, squeeze your belly. So the inhale, straighten the left arm, take it back up into a twist, open twist rather. Exhale, start to thread through, and that shoulder can come towards the floor. Now don't worry too much if your head's not on the floor. You want to feel the twist in the upper back as you squeeze, really reach the right arm through. Good, let's do one more on this side. Inhale, open up, really root into that left arm. Great, exhale, draw the belly back, exhale fully and twist. Nice, let's inhale again, lift the right fingertips to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring that one down. Make the right arm, the right hand really strong. Inhale, let's take it left, fingers to the ceiling. Exhale, you can bend the right elbow to thread the left arm through. Good, really feel the twist in the upper back. Inhale, so move with your breath. Don't worry if you're not with me. Exhaling, bend the right elbow, thread the left. Good, let's do 2 more, or maybe 3. Exhale as you squeeze through. Really nice, good. Take your time, don't rush the breath. And really root into the right hand as you lift and open. Good. I think we need to do one more. Let's inhale again. Great. Right arm strong. Exhale, twist. And then inhale, open up again. Nice. See if you can almost start to stack the shoulders. I can't, but you might. And then exhale, the left hand back down. We're going to take it into a puppy dog. That's heart melting pose. So walking the hands forward, keep the hips really high and bring the elbows to the floor. So here we want the elbows maybe a bit narrower than the shoulders. So this is going to depend on your mechanics. You want to sort of walk the elbows away from you. You might be able to bring the head down. And then see, can you bring your elbows a bit closer to the head? Again, you've got to trust your shoulders. They might not like it. You might need them wider. But see if you can bend the elbows, bring the hands together and point the fingers towards the ceiling. So we come into heart melting pose or puppy dog pose and see the Sanskrit for this one does translate as heart melting pose. I can't remember what it is, but that's what it means. And we want to see if you can soften that space between the shoulder blades and start to let the sternum release towards the floor. So we get this stretch coming, yes, a little bit through the shoulders and arms, but into the upper back. Lovely. So you've kind of got to get that balance. And then you could gently be pressing the elbows into the floor as well, so you're not collapsing too much. Nice. Let's have another breath. Great. Start to bring the palms down to the floor. Lift up the head. Keep the hands extending out in front and walk the hands to the right. Take the left hand on top of the right hand and then just sit the hips back as you bow. Take a deep breath into the left side. See if you can open up each rib, the space between each rib with your breath. Nice, let's come up and take that to the other side. So you're keeping the hips lifted, you walk the hands to the left, right on top of the left, and then bow. And find where you feel that opening into the right side of the body. Nice, so one more breath. And then let's come up and grab your bricks. So we're going to bring hands onto hips and start to stack the body above the knees. So we want to draw up from the pubic bone to the navel, draw down from the lower ribs to the navel. So we're supporting the spine, drawing it in. The tailbone lengthens, step the right foot forwards. And then grabbing your bricks, start to let the hips get heavier and come forward. So the front knee comes over the front toe. So if you find that the front heel lifts, take that front foot further forwards. Should feel kind of nice, openy, yummy yucky. Everybody's knee all right on this floor? It's hard knee, if that
My other knee was big, but this one is.
Yeah, so what we can do, everybody just breathe, lift your heart. That's nice. This feels really mean. So it's always better. So we'll stick this one on.
No, oh, it's okay. It could be
there for when you need.
Oh, right, okay. Right.
It's still, as you come forwards, yeah, it's quite nice on top of the knee. It's quite a vulnerable place for you to be. There you go. Because as we take the hips forwards, you start to come onto the top of the patella. And it's quite, there's a lot going on there. Now start to see, can you draw the tummy up? So even in this position, you're trying to really support the back and then lift the heart. So then with your next exhale, you're just going to start to sit the hips back. So your right knee straightens to your own degree. It's going to be strong if you've got the toes lifting backwards. If it feels too much for your hamstrings, you're just going to relax the foot. Good. And then again, can we lift up? Hug the right hip back a little bit. That will wake up the hamstring. Nice. So maybe you could walk your bricks a little bit closer to your chest and then you can get a bit more lifted. Nice. Now just feel as if you were going to hug the right heel back. Smile and breathe. Good. You're going to inhale, come back into the lunge, and then exhale. Hip back. But here we'll just keep the chest lifted. We'll do that once more. Inhale, come forwards, lifting up the heart, shoulders back. Exhale. And sit back a little bit. Feel as if you're wrapping the outer right hip towards the floor. Great. Let's take the bricks out. Take hands either side of the front foot, lift the back knee, and take it into downward facing dog. And you could just walk out the feet if that feels good. Walk the dog, as they say. Nice. So then we're going to bring that right knee down and step the left foot forwards and bring the bricks back in. So the bricks here, you might not need them in terms of flexibility, but what they remind us to do is start to just lift that heart up, so we're not collapsing. So as you let the hips get a little bit heavier, can you start to open the collarbones, draw the shoulder blades back, and then what happens is that it feels so amazing we let go of the core. So can you then draw the belly muscles back a little bit, support the spine. Nice, take the ears back, the throat back. Lunge a little deeper. Inhale as you exhale. You can, again, use the bricks. If they need to walk back with you a little bit, they can do that until this front leg starts to straighten. And if it doesn't want to be entirely straight, that's fine. Trust your own hamstring. We're all going to be different. It's stronger if you're lifting the toes back. Now can you lift the heart? That right knee okay? It's actually okay. The pad makes a big difference. Nice. So can you hug your left hip back a tiny bit more? Nice. And then we'll move with the breath. So inhale, come forwards. You might be able to keep the brick still. Move them if you need to. Exhale, you're sitting back, but keep the heart lifted. Inhale forwards. Nice, lifting the heart. Exhale. Take the hips back. Hug that left hip back a little bit more. Nice. And then bending that front knee, bricks to the sides. Bring the hands back down, lift the back knee, and take it back down and place it. Nice. Now, can you make those hands just as strong as they were when we were in tabletop? So spread the hands wide, feel like a gecko, pressing the fingertips into the floor. The index finger knuckle into the floor. Lovely. Find a bit of power in your arms, as if you were going to hug the arms towards each other. Good. Give the head a shake as it slides towards the floor. And then we'll start to walk the hands back towards the feet. Soft knees as much as you wish to, but we've opened up the hamstrings a little bit. You might want them straight. And just take hold of the elbows, give the head another shake. See if you can let go of the spine. If you feel vulnerable in your back, just draw the tummy muscles in and up. And that will give your back a little bit of support. Nice, let the crown of the head release towards the floor. Great, let's have another breath. And then soften the knees as much as you need to. Let's sweep the arms, come all the way up over Hastasana, fingertips towards the ceiling. And then exhale, hands to the heart, lovely. Come to the front of your mat. And we'll do a half sun salutation. So flow with the breath, inhaling, exhaling to a forward fold. You can soften the knees as much as you like. Inhale, let's lengthen the torso forward. Good, exhale to fold. We'll come all the way up. Inhale, root down into the feet, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's do two more. Inhale, taking the arms up, rooting into the feet as you lift. Exhale and fold. Nice. Inhale, lengthen, look forwards. Good. Exhale and bow. Nice. And inhale, come all the way down. Good. We're going to do one more. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, but we're going to stay down. Exhale and fold. Good. Inhale, come halfway, and then see if you can grab a break. Nice. You can have both. Yeah, let's have both. Okay, so come back into your forward fold and just let everything soften here for a moment. So this is more a ragdoll than a kind of more engaged forward fold. So what we're going to do is we come up into half forward fold. Let's have our hands on the bricks. As you come up, you're coming into an L shape. So the crown of the head is in line with the hips. And here we need to draw the belly muscles up to support the spine, so that if you needed to, you could take your right arm forwards. Keep everything nice and strong. Come onto the fingertips of your left hand. What happens if you bring your left hand forwards? Bring the hands back onto the bricks. So can you see you need to really support the spine with your tummy muscles? Great. Let's just come back into your fold so you can soften the knees, just release some of that tension. You're going to inhale back into Ardha Uttanasana, so that's a half forward fold. Keep the right hand underneath the right shoulder, and we'll take it into a twist. So bring your left hand onto your sacrum. You want to see if you can root both sit bones back and then start to turn the sternum to the left. If you feel that you can and it doesn't feel too awkward, you could try taking the left hand up. But you might feel more comfortable in your twist with the hand still on the sacrum. Now root the left foot into the floor. So what tends to happen is we'll start to sway to the right. Can we make both legs really strong? From the core of the pelvis, root into both feet. Nice, let's take another breath in your twist, well done. And then release back into ragdoll. So you can bend the knees here as much as you need to give the head a little bit of a shake. Nice. Let's come back. Inhale into half forward fold. Start to tone the belly. Take the right hand onto the sacrum. So we're already starting to open up and push the left hand into the brick and turn. Nice. Can you keep both sides of the torso long? Now root both feet into the floor. Super strong in the legs. From the core of the pelvis, push into the feet. One more breath. And then release. Good, just soften, release some tension. We're going to come all the way back up. Inhale, over Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart. Nice. So we'll flow through a little bit more. Inhale, exhale, and fold. Inhale, lengthen, look forwards, find your bricks. As you exhale, you're going to step your left foot back into a long lunge and start to lift the heart. So this is where the bricks start to be a little bit more helpful. So it's quite easy to lift the heart here. Can you see what's happening to that back leg? But what we want is we want that back leg to be really strong. Can you lift the inner thigh away from the floor, press into the heel? Yeah. Now squeeze the feet together as you tone the belly. Breathe and smile. Nice. Could you take your right arm off? Stay low. Could you take your left arm off? Stay low. Well done. Hands back to the bricks. Well done. Great. And then we're going to root into your left hand. So you can choose. You could come a bit lower on that brick if you want to. Take the right hand onto the hip. Stay low but strong through the lower body. Start to twist. And take the right arm up if that feels good. Now, can you root into your right big toe joint, hug that right knee in? Good. Squeeze the feet towards each other, turn a little deeper, looking up to the ceiling. Take another breath in your twist. Well done, everyone. That looks great. Good. And then exhale, bring the right hand down. You can move the bricks out. Hands to the floor. Let's step back into the planche. So you can drop to the knees here if you want to. Otherwise, we're going to try a side plank. So you're just going to roll onto the sides of your feet, turning to the left, root into your right hand, and bring the left hand up. So if that feels too much, your right knee is going to be on the floor. I'm not going to do that. So you could try right knee on the floor. So it's all about being really strong in that right hand. Good, you can come out of it if you want to. That's it. Now really push into your left foot. Great, and then exhale. Let's go back into plank. You can have your knees on the floor if you want to. Let's take an inhale, and then let's exhale lower to the floor. Inhale into cobra. Exhale and release. Let's take it back into downward facing dog or child. So choose what works better for you this morning. And steady the breath wherever you are, child or downward facing dog. You're going to inhale to lift the left leg. So if you're in child, let's come up into down dog and just lift the left foot to the ceiling. However you need to get there, step your left foot forwards. Let's find the bricks again. And start to really build a bit of strength in the foundation of this lunge. Now you can, if you want to, have this back knee down to do what works best for you. Otherwise, you're going to see, can you power up the back leg? Squeeze the feet together, tone the tummy muscles. Can you take the left arm forwards? Good, really strong through that back leg. Can you take the right arm forwards? Well done. Hands to the brick. Nice, you can lower it if you want, your right hand onto the brick. You're hugging that left knee in and revolving, crown of the head spirals forwards. And then you can explore taking the left arm up. It's breezy today. Great, one more breath. Well done. Bring the hands down, move the bricks, step back, plank. So you've got the choices here. Your plank can have knees down, we're still toning the belly back. You can, if you're going to have your knees down, keep the left knee down, start to turn the body to the right and come up into this version of your side plank. Your arms are strong. Otherwise, you've gone from plank, you've rolled onto the sides of your feet. And yeah, lovely. Now really push into the floor with your feet. So don't stack your feet because you're used to Vasisthasana. Yes. Well done. Lengthen tailbone. Really pull in. Lovely. One more breath. Great. Back to plank. Nice. You're going to lower to the belly. Inhale into cobra. Exhale into downward facing dog or child's pose. So you might be taking a break here If your wrists feel as if they've had a bit of a going over, then come into child, bend the elbows and just circle the wrists. Steady the breath wherever you are. And when you're ready, we'll come back up into downward facing dog. Looking to the front of the mat, let's step or jump forwards. Inhale. Grab your bricks. Coming into Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold. We'll do one more twist here, and this time really focus on what's happening into your legs and feet. So before we twist, can you feel that you're pointing both sit bones to the back of the room? That you're pushing from the core of your pelvis into both feet. So feel really balanced left and right here. Now see if you can keep that as you press into the right hand brick and start to turn. So can you stop yourself from beginning to bend the right knee, which is a bit cheaty? Great, and really push into both feet and take yourself into a twist. Now you can keep that hand on the sacrum if that feels like you've got a bit more control. Great, push into your feet, tone the tummy muscles. Let's have one more breath. Nice, release it into your forward fold. You can soften here. Just have a little break from the tension. Inhale again into your half forward fold. Right hand onto the hip or the sacrum. Can you root into your feet? Try to keep the feet really strong, the legs strong, and turn. And it might not be a very big turn. We don't have a lot of movement in the upper back. Great, let's have one more breath. Well done. And then release back into forward fold. On your next inhale, we're going to sweep all the way up. Nice, and exhale. Hands to the heart. Great. Let's inhale once more. As you exhale, this time come straight down the middle. You're going to come into Malasana. You can have the heels lifted. If you're more flexible than I am, you might have your feet flat on the floor. So here, if this is really difficult for you, take your feet wider and have the knees in line with the feet. Fine. So I can just about do that on a good day. Or you can be here and lift your heels. So what's stopping you, me? Is that knees? Or
I think it's more hips.
confidence. So
Yeah.
try to really lift up the heels and take your feet wider and see if then you have enough space. Yeah, there we go. So we'll take it into a twist. So I'm going to mirror you. So your left hand can be on the brick. You're pressing the left arm and the left knee and then turning away and taking the arm up. Nice. So your left hand stays really strong, rooting into the floor. Yeah. So come onto your sit bones knee. Yeah, just come and sit. We'll have one more breath there. Yeah, don't push it, it's not worth it. So come and sit in cross-legged, and then you can do the twist to the other side. So we're going to root. Can you take your arm onto the inside of your knee? Yeah, exactly that. And you might then be able to slide it a little bit further. Push the knee and the arm together, and that gives you a fulcrum around which to start your twist. Yeah, really nice. Look at that lovely flexibility. Never stop doing this. If I had done it when I was your age, I might still have a chance. Inhale, and once more, great. Exhale, let's come down. And then come down onto your sit bones. You might just be able to delicately put your sit bones on the floor. I need a bit of help. Great. Nice. So we just do one seated twist. So just broaden the seat. So draw the flesh of the buttocks out wide. So you feel as if you can stack your body above your sit bones. We'll bend the left knee in. And then wrapping the right hand around the left knee. Can you sit really tall and begin to take the left hand behind? So try not to sit back and lose that. Stay nice and tall. That's it. And then inhale and get your Crown of the head feel as if it lifts towards the ceiling, spine long. Keep all of that space as you exhale and turn a little deeper. Now, if you do this a lot, you might be able to just bring your elbow on the outside of the thigh. Yeah, that's it, exactly. And then gently press elbow and knee together. Exactly that. And then it's over there. There we go. Lovely. One more breath and you twist, squeeze the tummy muscles in and twist a little deeper. Your inhale's going to unravel back to the front and just take a moment to straighten both legs. Release any tension. Sit nice and tall. If you feel as if you're dropping back a little bit, you can try taking inner thigh down towards the floor, outer thigh out, and see if that helps you just to get right on top of the sit bones. And we need a little bit of engagement of the core, otherwise we slump. So keep all of that space in the spine as you hug your right knee in. Keep a bit of energy in your straight leg. Wrap around the right knee with your left arm. Right hand behind, and you're focusing on trying not to collapse here. So you're in a lovely straight line, crown of the head to the ceiling. And take a few breaths in your twist and feel as if the inhale takes you longer, taller, and the exhale as you tone the tummy muscles draws you deeper. You can use the arm to really press arm and knee together. So one more breath in your twist. Your inhale is going to unravel, straighten the right leg out in front. Just once more, make sure you've got that really broad seat and sit nice and tall. Okay, so we're taking it into a gentle forward fold, but can we see if we can keep space between the lower ribs and the hips? So we don't want to collapse. You want to see if you can lift, as if you're going to rest your chin on your toes. I'm not expecting you to rest your chin on your toes, but you might. Okay, lengthen forwards, and your hands fall where they fall. So it might be shins, might be ankles, might be toes. But can you keep a bit of space in the front of the body? Yeah, lovely. And then soften the head and the jaw and just allow the head to bow, even though you've got length through the spine. Start to soften the breath. Full breath. Shavasana. And then as you come up, you can scoop the knees and come onto your back. Just make sure that, like me, you haven't gone off your mat. So you can just slide forwards a little bit. Tuck the knees in. And you're going to keep the knees close to the chest as you take both knees to the left and take it into a deep belly twist. So your left hand can be just rooting your right knee, your top knee down. Yeah. And your right arm can release out to the side. So soft breath, soft jaw. Have another breath in your twist. And then inhale to come through the center. Iron out any little areas of your back with a roll if that feels good. Keep the knees hugging into the chest. And then take the knees to the other side. Straighten your hand can just support that top knee if you're tight through the hips and that knee's popping up. See if you can ground both shoulders into the floor and turn the gaze in the opposite direction from your knees. One more breath. Let's come back on to the back. Hug the knees in one last time. And then find what works for you for Shavasana, your final pose of relaxation. If your back feels fine, in a straight line, just start to bring your heels as wide as your sticky mat, legs straight, arms to the sides, palms up, and let the body settle into the mat. If that doesn't feel great for you, you can always have the knees bent. You could have feet wide and knees resting together. Just make sure that your body can totally let go. No effort now in your breath. See if you can feel the air touching your skin. As you soften your face, soften the skin. Bathe in the stillness of Shavasana. To bring the breath a little more deeply into the body. See if you can get a sense of breathing into the spine from the tailbone, drawing a bit more space, a bit more energy through the center of the body, all the way to the crown. A bit more dynamic breath, and with that breath, bring movement. So fingers and toes, and maybe a stretch, maybe a curling in. Start to trust your body as you begin to move back into the space, back up to seated. Take your time. Gratitude and love. Namaste.